Alexander and Johnny both wrote about their near-death experiences. The first time you guys have actually met. So, hearing both stories, are these sister stories? Are they connected?
Definitely. But Even and I have communicated with each other, even though this was the first time we met, because we resonated with each other's stories several months ago.
So even though, because the skeptic will say, yeah, but he was an earthworm, he heard music, you saw a relative, the specifics aren't the point. Is that what you took from it?
Well, I think that, as I've come to realize about consciousness, our brain, our mind, our personal and cultural heritage tends to taint some of how we bring all that back. And you've got to remember, it's a very different world. It's one where you don't see with the eyes, you don't hear with the ears. You can become all of what is there to be learned.
You know what's interesting to me is that you guys are great bookends, because even your description, Eben, you're very, in that world, it's this way. In this world, it's this way. Anita's like, it's Nirvana. I just love her. She's right. Hey, Brian, throw my wife Lisa up. You had a question, I heard.
I do. Experiencing loved ones being in a coma and being on this side of it, do you hear the people, your loved ones, speaking to you around your bedside? Do you hear them when you're in the coma?
Anita, you're shaking your head.
Absolutely, I could hear them. My husband, bless him, he's really amazing. I wouldn't have made it through without him. But he was there by my bedside, holding my hand, and he was actually saying to me the whole time, he said, "You're not going anywhere. If you try going anywhere, I'm going to bring you back." and he was there 24/7. Watching the dials and just holding my hand.
What do you want people to learn? During the break, there been a lot of people talking during the commercial breaks, and one woman said, "I don't care, I'm still a skeptic. I don't believe it." So you wrote a book for a reason. What's the purpose, Anita? Why do you want to share this story?
My main purpose is to tell people to live their lives fearlessly, be who they are, and live their life fearlessly. That's the biggest lesson I learned, because I understood what caused me cancer, and I know that for me, what caused me cancer was fear. I always feared being myself my entire life.
There was a great book written. A woman spent 2 years working in hospice with elderly people who were dying, and she interviewed them. And the number one answer across the board, over 200 people who were dying, their number one regret, it's called 5 Regrets of the Dying, was, I wish I'd had the courage to live the life I wanted to live and not the life I thought others wanted me to live. Is that, Eben, did that resonate with you?
Very much. And it's so much about knowing that we are loved, that we are enough. And of course, for me, and I point this out in my book, kind of the analogy with my adoption story and the fact that I had spent so much of my life having this background memory that I wasn't enough and wasn't loved from that beginning.
Because you were put up for adoption.
Right, because I was put up for adoption, and finding that was absolutely not true, and very much in this journey, finding out that we are all very much loved as we are. And so exactly as you say, live that life that you know you're to live. And it's all about loving each other. It's all about relationships. Nothing else really matters. And it's just our souls being together and helping each other. And knowing first and foremost that we are loved. We are enough. So just go out there and live that life and just follow your heart and know it all.
I'm loved! Take a quick break. Be right back.